Hello and welcome back. Surprise! We have a brand new Minelab X Terra Pro and I am really excited. We're going to open it, build it right here, and then we're going to take it for a test drive. Can't wait. All right, let's open this puppy up. Right on. Shaft, quick start instructions, controls, more shafts, a cuff, charge cord, and in the very bottom. Come on, darling. Let go. There we go. The coil. All right. You guys ready? Because I'm ready. Let's put this together. Putting this together is dead simple. Take the rod. Quick connects. How simple is that? Slide it out, give yourself a little bit of space. You want the clips to the bottom. Next thing you're going to put on is your controls. Controls, of course, are going to face you. That's down. Latches to the bottom, slides right in. Put it in roughly, vaguely where you want it. Quick connect, done. Love the simplicity of that. Next thing you want to do is put your cuff on. The cuff has a screw and a little Allen key right inside. And you can see this is only going to go on one way. Slide it in. See the little screw hole there? You're going to slide this in. Lines up beautifully. Going to stay for me? Absolutely. Out of this little box comes a little screw and a little Allen key. Let's put them together. Line it up for the hole. Get it started. And away we go. Nice. Very quickly just slide it down in there. Tighten the screw. Come on, darling. There we go. And we're done. Look at that. Next, open this. Make sure that your sides are lined up so they're going to fit in properly into here. Place it in. Lock it down. Done. Now check it out. In the screw are the little two bushings. Undo the screw. And pop these into the end. They should fit nice and snug, and they do. Takes a little push. Bottom side. It'll probably be easier if I see what I'm doing. Press it in. And we are ready to attach the coil. Now, coil you want to keep on the left. That's the front, that's the back. Line it up. It's going to be tight. Should be nice and tight. Nice and firm. Then, take a look. You want to line this up nicely so you can see a nice clear view all the way through. Take your screw. And if it's lined up properly, it'll go nicely through. And then just tighten it up. Now, with tightening this, you want it snug so that the coil can move nice and firmly. It'll stay in place where you put it, but not so tight that it's hard to adjust, right? We've all done this before, guys. You know what you're doing. And I'm just going to screw this down. I don't think it's in there yet. It's not lined up in the back, that's why. A little adjustment. Let's see if that goes through. It does not appear to be catching on. Take it out. It looks like it's lined up. But try it one more time. Is that going now? Yeah, that's threading down now. All right, took a second. We got there. I can feel the bolt coming through on the bottom side. Firm it up. Now, don't wrap the coil around yet. Take a look at your height. Adjust it so the shaft is the right length. Right now this is a little short for me. I'm going to make it just a shade longer. Not sure if you're seeing that. Now that I've adjusted the length properly, I can go ahead and take this cord and wrap it around the shaft. Now you'll see it's got a natural curvature. Go over and use the natural curvature of the cord to go around. Easy peasy. We're going to line it up. Take a look at where the points are and you'll see that there's should be a little line-up pin, which I'm not seeing with my glasses. There it is. And in here, need a little more light. Aha. All right. So the guide is at the top. The guide here is now at the top. And we should be able to just there. See how it just slid right in? Beautiful. Tighten her down. And we are good to go. Machine is ready. All we got to do now is charge it. So we're going to take the charging cord, find ourselves a USB, plug it in, and when she's fully charged, let's take it for a run. All right, welcome back, guys. I am so excited to try this out. This is like such an improvement. I've been working with the Fisher F22, as if you've been following my channel, you know, and now I have something new and improved. It's like going from a 12 or 15-year-old car, because that's how old the technology is, to a brand spanking new one. All right, let's put the power on. Fire this puppy up. All right. And checking out the modes. Park 1, Park 2, Field 1, Field 2, Beach 1, Beach 2. All right, we're going to start off in Park 1. Now, let's see. Noise cancellation. Let it do its thing, which I believe it's doing. News to me. Hopefully it's doing something. Alrighty. Let's head over to ground balance. All right, and we're ground balanced. And I think we're ready to hunt. It's flashing, wanting something. Say yes. No. Oh, I see. Okay. We are back, ready for the hunt. All right, gonna put my gloves on. Come right back. All right, gloves all set. You guys can see the machine. Trying something new with the camera as well, giving us a little bit more of what we're viewing. Let's see what we can find. Wow, 92, 94. Now it's high 80s, drops down a bit, but that sounded pretty good. Let's try pinpointer. Right there. It's supposed to be in the middle. Let's check it out. And you know what? With all my fussing around, I'm not quite sure where it was. Let's do that again. That's the one we want right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. Let's see what we got. This is ridiculously hard ground. Oh, that's not good. There's a rock right in the way. Can you see that? And it's there, and it's there, and it's there. You know what? Maybe this first signal is meant to be in the ground. Let's go find another first signal. Really faint high tone. Okay, it says it's really deep right there. Let's see what we can do. A lot deeper. Can that be the first signal? It's a little bit of rusty metal. Oh, I hope that wasn't it. Let's get the machine on here and see what it says. Okay, we're getting nothing. So that was the first signal. Oh, I think this is going to take a while to learn. All right. 68, 76, 68, 78, 80. Let's give this a try. Right there. 3 bars down. Survey says still there. Deeper still. I'm hitting some rocks. All right. We got a hunk of junk. Oh well. You gotta learn a new machine. You gotta dig a lot of stuff. Let's keep going. Foiled again. We'll find something. Another bottle cap. Carrying on. All right. I'd say that's a bullet. How about that? That's not bad. That's an interesting find in a local park in the middle of Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. Cool. I haven't found any coins or anything, but that's a pretty cool find. I like that. I should mention this park that I'm in is kind of where I did all my testing with my fisher. So I've been through this area a fair bit. So I guess all the easy targets, all the pennies and stuff were found. And so now we're trying to see what we can do with a better machine in the same park. We're going to keep going until we find cool stuff. And if I find cool stuff, I'll show you what we find. Well, it's almost a coin. It's round and it's flat, but it is in fact a flat bottle cap. All right, keeping going. And the first pull tab. Well, it was ringing in around the 50s, fairly consistently actually. So we dug it and we got a pull tab. Carrying on. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that the faint tones that are very high and say they're deep are not all that deep. It was actually in the plug, and they tend to be aluminum. So that's interesting. I'm learning. Let's keep going. Right, we got our first coin, a Canadian penny. Can't quite read the date. I think it's an older one. Yeah, it's the second effigy from what I can make out. We'll date it later, but let's take a look. You guys can see that, 76. So a little bit higher copper content, probably why it came up a little louder. Let's carry on. We got our second penny. Oh, I'm on the close focus. All right, let's back that up a little bit. Let me change that. There we go. Oh, it's another penny. 2 pennies in a row. Starting to handle the signals a little bit better, starting to understand the machine a little bit better. It's really cool. Compared to the Fisher, this thing's picking up all kinds of signals that the Fisher would just not even see or hear. So it's taking me a little more time to kind of, well, decide what I should and shouldn't dig. And of course, being a new machine, that's going to take me some time. But what the heck, I've been detecting for 4 months with a really basic machine, and now I've taken a big step up. So it's part of the learning curve. We're going to keep digging. I'm liking it. All right, we just pulled a penny out of here. Just making sure there's nothing else. All right, check it out. We have a Lincoln Memorial penny. All right, worth more than the Canadian pennies. All right, 3 pennies in a row. We're starting to learn the machine a little bit. Let's close up this hole and keep going. All right, carrying on. Right, interesting signal. 17, 20, 25, 13, 18, 11. It seems to be settling on a low tone. But I'm going to dig it. This is right there, near the surface. So it shouldn't be too hard of a dig. Let's see if we can find it with the pinpointer. Okay, it's a little deeper than, oh. No, that's interesting. It says, pinpointer says it's right here. Yeah, right in the center. Okay, let's dig it. Is that it? That's it right there. Aluminum foil. Yeah, jumpy signal, makes perfect sense. But most of the aluminum that I've been getting at that close to the surface has been coming up a lot higher. Interesting. All right, carrying on. Right, in the 70s again, it's a penny. All right, that's going to take a little adjusting because 70s on the Fisher is kind of a really good old copper penny. And this was like high 70s, even up to 80, 81. And it's a penny. And let's see if we can make this out. Let's get ourselves a little closer. Yeah, second effigy. So it's definitely got some copper in it, but it's not particularly old. Let's keep going. Right, we have a bent, what I think is a spoon or fork or knife handle. Seems to be broken off right there. Not sure what material it is. Doesn't seem to be marked. We could take a look later, but I mean, if this was silver or something, it would have been marked on the bowl, I imagine. But anyways, we'll take a closer look at that and clean up and wrap up. So, whoops, I'm sorry, that's not even, let me back that up. Bloody camera. Sorry, I was looking at the object and not the camera. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Check that out. I went over that with the Fisher and missed it completely. So that's really cool. Let's carry on. And another penny. Get chin on it. 19, what's that, 75, 73? Can't quite make it out myself. But we'll find out later. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we wear gloves, which I have on one hand, which is my digging hand. It's a box cutter blade, I think. Scary. Well, we're pulling a lot of pennies, and we're pulling them out of an area I've already been through and pulled a lot of pennies. And some of them are shallow and thin and rotten. So this machine seems to be able to pull stuff that the fisher couldn't, but the signals are really kind of wonky and jumpy, I'm noticing. Maybe even more so than the fisher. So I've got to start listening a little better and learning how to figure out these codes, these IDs. Got to stop focusing on the number maybe a little. Anyways, let's carry on. Got a really nice signal here. Nice mid to mid-high tone. That's right there. Quite shallow too. Let's see what it is. Right there. Let's try doing this with my right hand. Sorry about the jiggling. Oh, well, it was a nice signal. I'm getting a lot of bottle caps. These bottle caps are really tricking me with the new machine. But we'll keep swinging. Learn the machine, Trent. Now this is interesting. This was a solid 35 coming through aluminum pull tab. Bottle caps, even rusty bottle caps, are coming in the mid-tones, where I'm used to these coming in a little higher than the bottle caps. Interesting. New machine, new system, new sounds, new ID tones. Right, I should have filmed this because I was thinking to myself, this is going to be a penny. It sounds just like the pennies I had before. Sure enough, there it is. Another penny. All right, I'm starting to get a handle on this machine a little bit. I'm noticing like the bottle caps, even though they're ringing up higher, they've got this sort of gadunk, gadunk sound. Whereas the pennies are ding, 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 ding. It's a real different tone. So I've got to kind of switch thinking, get away from numbers and get more into tones. And that was a good tone, and sure enough, it's coin. Right on, let's carry on. This is such a cool machine. This is interesting. See, it's got that glunk. And then that pure high tone. Oh, bloomp, 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 bloomp. And it's really deep. It's saying what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 inches. And I know when I go in this ground about 4 or 5 inches, it starts to get pretty gravelly. So we're going to have to skip this one. But my instincts are telling me it's probably not worth digging, because it's giving me that little galunk every once in a while. So let's keep going. Yeah, deep again. All right, we'll come back when we find something. And another high tone in the actually mid-high 70s. And up comes another penny. Wow, this is incredible. The tone is really nice. It's really clear. It's deet, 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 deet. And another coin. So, cool. Let's keep going. Well, we're losing the light quickly. I got one more penny. And I think we're going to call it a hunt. I've got a number of pennies, a number of bottle caps, only a couple aluminum pull tabs, and a couple of interesting things. So let's call this a day. We've had a good learning curve. Just starting to get a little bit of an idea how this machine works. And I'll give you my impressions, my early impressions about the machine shortly. All right, welcome to the wrap-up. What a fun hunt. That machine is so cool. So it wasn't a particularly exciting hunt because we were learning what we were using, but we did manage to pull a number of finds. Of course, we got our obligatory aluminum foil and chunks of metal, more bottle caps than I've ever dug in a single hunt in my life, so that's a new thing to get used to. And a little bit more foil, tiny bit of foil, surface find, box cutter blade, pull tabs. On the interesting side, we did find that bullet shell, which of course is, I believe, from a rifle. And then this, what I thought was perhaps a spoon handle, is actually the remains of a copper bracelet. It's marked copper on the inside, and you can see how it wraps around. That would be the face, and presumably this outside decoration would carry on from the broken piece all the way around. So hey, we got jewelry on our first hunt, so that's pretty cool. We got a number of coins. Of course, it's all pennies and 1 dime. But, you know, going back to 1962, so 60 odd years, 61 years. And you can see a couple of US pennies. And you can look at the newer the pennies get, the more knackered they get. Look how crisp they are over here from the 60s and 70s, all the high copper. And as we get to the steel coated garbage, they just don't stay. So anyways, the big thing, the big takeaway for me is that this machine, I have to listen to the tones, not looking at the numbers. And that's very different than the Fisher, because the Fisher basically had a low tone, medium tone, high tone, and numbers. So I really relied on the numbers. Now I've got to switch gears and modernize my thinking, because I hear guys talking about tones all the time. And now I can actually tell what they're talking about. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully it's been a little bit instructive. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And if it has been either or both, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.